poultry, fishes, honeybees, etc. So, that is animal husbandry. See children here, animal husbandry, it is an agricultural practice of breeding and raising livestock. It deals with care and breeding of livestock such as buffaloes, cows, pigs, horses, cattle, sheep, camels, goats, etc. It is extended form of animal husbandry includes poultry farming and as well as fisheries also. What does fisheries include? It includes rearing, catching, selling etc. of fish and molluscans, also called as shellfish, and as well as crustaceans, which includes prawns, crabs, etc. So, here you can see in this slide children, it includes it overall together it is called as animal husbandry, which includes cows, buffaloes, goats, pigs, and as well as poultry, what we say here, emu fish, emu birds and all those things. So, this is about what we call it as animal husbandry. It includes different types. So, what are the different types? Cattle farming, which we have already seen in the last class. It means that rearing of cows and buffaloes. For what purpose? For milk. Not only for milk, it also help in giving meat, it also help in giving what we say leather, it also gives bones which help in production of fertilizers, and also it gives biogas which acts as a fuel, that we have seen in the last class, isn't it children? And about poultry farming. Poultry farming means nothing but raising fowls for their eggs and as well as meat. So, this also we have seen. And coming to this, the next one, that is apiculture. Apiculture means nothing but it includes rearing of honeybees. For what purpose they are reared, we will see now. It is also called as beekeeping. And the last one is fish farming. So, what does it include? It includes capturing and culturing of fish. For what purpose? For their meat purpose. So, altogether all these cattle farming, poultry farming, apiculture and fish farming together called as animal husbandry. So, now we will be discussing here what is meant by beekeeping. Beekeeping is otherwise also called as apiculture. So, bees are nothing but the honeybees, you know very well, isn't it so? So, rearing of these honeybees is called as beekeeping. This is also called as apiculture. For what purpose honeybees are reared? They are mostly grown for honey. Honey is considered as a good medicine. We use it in various purposes, isn't it children? It will be very tasty also. Yes. Apart from this honey, we also get bee wax and as well as some bee venom. So, let us see here how these honeybees are reared. See children here, beekeeping or apiculture. So, beekeeping is the maintenance of hives of honeybees for the production of honey. So, what do you mean by hives? Hives are nothing but the places where the honeybees live. So, there are several species of honeybees which can be reared. So, many species are there. Of these species, the most common species is Apis indica. The scientific name of honeybee which is most commonly grown is Apis indica. So, what points are important for successful beekeeping? So, to get good yield, to get good honey, so what are the points have to be considered? So, the points here are knowledge of the nature and habits of the bees. So, that means here where do these honeybees live, what type of flora they require, that we should have knowledge. Next one is selection of suitable location for keeping the beehives. So, in which places, in which surroundings we have to keep this honeybees. So, apart where the different types of other viruses or microorganisms which attacks wasps, all those things which are free from all these places, such type of area has to be selected. Next, catching and hiving of swarms. Swarms means nothing but here group of bees. So, here that is the thing. Next one, management of beehives during different seasons. So, how to manage the beehives during summer season or winter season, all that one. and next one is handling and collection of honey and bee wax. How to collect the honey and how bee wax has to be collected, that also should be known so that we can get maximum benefits. Next, keeping beehives in crop fields during flowering period increases pollination efficiency and improves the yield. So, one more important thing here you have to know, that is, with the help of this honeybee rearing, not only honey production is increased, but the most important thing takes place, that is nothing but the pollination. So, what is pollination? Pollination means nothing but transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma. So, what are pollen grains? Pollen grains are nothing but the male gametes. They should have to be transferred from anther to the stigma of the flower. So, within the flower there is no problem, but if it has to be transferred to the other flowers, so that is cross pollination purpose, these honeybees are very much essential. And why cross pollination is important? Why? Because there will be the transfer of genetic material which helps in the development of new characters or new species. So, that is also one of the most important use of this beekeeping. Have you understood, children? Yes. See here next one. So, apiculture, it is the process of rearing of honeybees in artificial hives or natural hives for the production of honey at commercial level. So, there are different species of honeybees, I said. So, indigenous species, that means which will be present in our country. So, the different names are here. Rock bee, this rock bee is also called as giant bee. The scientific name of this is Apis dorsata. Next, Indian bee, the scientific name is Apis indica. Little bee, scientific name is Apis florae. And here not only that one, exotic species are also present, that is Apis mellifera, it is an Italian bee. Our bees, indigenous bees, they will be producing only 3 to 5 kgs of honey. Whereas exotic breeds such as Italian bee, it produces more than 15 kgs of honey. So, here that is a thing regarding about production of honey by our breeds and as well as exotic breeds. Okay, children. Now, as how ants live as social animals, that means they will be living in the form of groups, honeybees also will be having a social life. So, now what type of insects are present in this, we will discuss. See here, children. Honeybee colony and social organization. Honeybees are social and polymorphic insects. Why they are called as social insects? Why? Because they live in groups. They live in groups. That is why they are called as social insects. Why they are called as polymorphic insects? Because they are having different forms. So, different forms are there, that is why they are called as, more than one form they are present, that is why they are called as polymorphic insects. Okay, here their living place is called as beehive. The place where they live, it is called as beehive or hive, which is having small compartments, and these compartments are called as combs. What they are called as? Combs. So, in a colony there are 3 types of bees are present, which are structurally and functionally different from one another. That means 3 types of bees are present, they will be structurally and as well as functionally different. So, polymorphism is associated with division of labor. So, what are those 3 bees? They are queen bee, worker bee and drones. So, let us discuss about queen now. So, in a honeycomb only one queen is present and this queen will be laying eggs. The function of a queen bee, only one queen bee is present and the main function is it will be laying eggs. How many eggs it will be laying? 800 to 1200 eggs per day. That many eggs will be laid. Is it clear? Now, it will be, the lifespan of this queen bee is 2 to 3 years. So, that is the function of queen. Now, the second one you can see here, workers. So, these are called as sterile females. That means they do not have the capacity to lay the eggs. So, they are sterile, but they are females. So, they will be living only for about 5 to 6 weeks. What is their function? They will be doing the duties. inside duties and as well as outside duties. For the first 3 weeks they will be doing the duties within the honeycomb, and after the 3 weeks they will be going outside, then they will be bringing the honey and as well as nectar from the flowers and all those things. So, that is the function of workers. So, both queen and worker, they are females. Now, coming to the next one, that is drones. Drones are nothing but males. These male bees, they are very lazy, and here their lifespan, how much lifetime they will be living? They will be living for about 57 days. And what is its function? The only function of drone is it just fertilizes the female. It undergo the process of mating with the queen. So, here during the process of mating, what happens? Immediately during the mating or after completion of the mating, immediately the drone will die. Its abdomen will burst and its genital organs will come outside and it will die. So, this is regarding about 3 types of honey bees. They are queen bee, worker bee and as well as drones. Now, here, so this is you can see, you might have seen this type of natural bee hive at your places, isn't it? So, here these are all honey bees are present, and when you observe it closely here, this is the structure, this is the place where the honey will be present. These are called combs. What they are called as? Combs. Inside the combs this honey will be present, and here you can see the honey bees, they will be collecting. So, this is a natural beehive, and you can see this is the artificial beehive. So, artificial beehive, that means naturally it is not present, but nowadays commercially people have started this rearing of honey bees. So, these are the chambers, it is like a chamber will be present, artificial beehive, they will be collecting the honey bees and they will be putting into this chambers. And see the structure of artificial beehive, this hive may be double walled or single walled. So, production of honey in large scale, it is done by providing artificial beehives. The hive, what does it consist of? It consists of floor board, brood chamber, super chamber, top cover, inner cover, frames and entrance rod. So, this is the artificial beehive. Nowadays, so many farmers are doing this cultivation so that they can get more benefits. So, what are the products we get from this? I said that the most important product we get is that honey. Honey, it is considered to be as a very useful medical purpose also, it is also useful. The story of this honey is known for us so many ancient time back. So, here in Rig Veda and so many other old historical books we can see the mentioning of this honey. So, here honey, what is the use here, see children? It is a food of high nutritive value and also finds use in the indigenous systems of medicine. And not only honey, we also get here different products. What are those? Honey bee also produces beeswax. So, what is the use of this beeswax? It is you find in many uses in industry, such as in the preparation of cosmetics and as well as polishes of various kinds. And the next one is bee venom, that is the poison of bee. So, it is used for the preparation of Apis tincture, which is used in homeopathic treatment. So, we get 3 types of products from the honey bees. They are honey and what we say here honey bee wax, and as well as last one is bee venom. So, these are the 3 products we get from the honey. And not only this one, so while rearing this, so many types of insects such as bee wasps, moth, they will be killing this honeybees. So, farmers who are cultivating or who are rearing these honeybees, they should have to protect their honeybees from them so that they can get the better yield. So, this is about beekeeping or apiculture. Hope you have understood, children. Yes, now let us move on to the next one, that is fisheries. What is meant by fisheries? See children here, fish rearing or fish breeding is scientifically called as pisciculture. It is called as pisciculture. So, the rearing and breeding of fish scientifically by man in ponds, lakes is known as pisciculture or fish farming or fishery. Fish and other seafoods are the source of animal protein and are consumed by a large section of our population. Fish liver oil is particularly rich in vitamin A and as well as vitamin D. Fishery is an industry devoted to the catching, processing or selling of fish, shellfish, that is molluscans, and other aquatic animals such as crustaceans. And there are different types of fishes are there. So, here freshwater fishes are there and marine fishes are there, and you know that our country is having a coastal line of about 7,500 kilometers. So, this is a very lengthy coastal line we have. So, that is why so many people in our country are depending upon the fisheries as their cultivation. Not only that one, in coastal areas many of the farmers, they have converted their agricultural land into growing of fishes or prawns. Understood? So, here let us see the next one here. What are the freshwater fishes? They are examples cutla, rohu and common carp. What are marine fishes? Sardines, mackerels, etc. Marine fishes are nothing but the fishes which grow in salt water, which grow in sea water, they are called as marine fishes. And not only that one, apart from this coastal line, we are having inside so many ponds are there, lakes are there, rivers are there, where the growth of fish takes place, that is called as inland fisheries. And this inland fisheries, here freshwater fishes will be present. And Telangana fish, you know that here, what is that one? Korra meenu, I think you know it. So, this is about what is we called as fisheries. See children here, different types of fishes, here you can see pamphlets are there and so many other fishes. And what are these? These are prawns, they are also very delicious. And what is this? Crab. So, here all these fishes, prawns, crabs, oysters, molluscans. So, growth of all these things is called as aquaculture. So, in the aquaculture, fishery is one part and all the rearing of different types of aquatic animals is called as aquaculture. And now, how they will be collecting the fishes? See children here, previously they used to collect the fishes in a where the availability of water is less. So, they used to collect the fishes with the help of nets, you might have seen. And nowadays in a large scale, if they want to collect the fish, they will be collecting with the help of mechanized boats. So, natural fishing with the help of nets, and this is with the help of boats they will be collecting large amount of fishes. This is called as mechanized fishing. And here the next topic is composite fish culture. So, this has gained a lot of importance nowadays. What is meant by composite fish culture? Growing different types of fishes, not a single fish. If a single fish is grown in a pond, then it is called as monoculture, whereas if more than 2 fishes are grown, then it is called as composite fish culture. Yes, children, now we will be seeing about culturing of fish. So, if only one type of fish is cultured, then it is called as monoculture. If more than one type of fish is cultured in a pond, then it is called as composite culture. So, coming to this composite culture, it has benefits, many benefits. So, composite culture, it includes growing different types of fishes so that we can get more yield. So, see children here about this composite fish culture. So, composite fish culture, it is a system where a combination of 5 or 6 fish species are used in a single fish pond. So, in a single fish pond, a 5 or 6 types of fish species will be grown, and these species, they are selected so that they do not compete for food among themselves, and they have different types of food habits. So, that what will happen means they will not be fighting for the food, and here as a result what will happen, the food available in all the parts of the pond is used. See children here, this is the diagram given here. This is a pond. In this pond you can see different types of fishes are there. So, here cutlas, these fishes, they will be feeding the food materials which are present on the surface. So, the cutlas are surface feeders. Next, rohus, these fishes, they will be feeding in the middle of the pond. So, whatever the food materials which will be grown in the middle of the pond, that will be taken up by the rohus. Now Mrigals and common carps, these two types of fishes, they will be feeding on the fish material which is present at the bottom. So Mrigals and common carps, they are called as bottom feeders, and coming to the grass carps, these fishes, they will be feeding on the weeds. That means you can see here, they are having different types of feeding habitats, isn't it? They are not competing with the food. So they are completely utilizing the food which is available in the pond. So now growing these many different types of fishes will be yielding more. So but there are some problems with the composite fish culture also. What is the problem? Let us see here. Many of these fishes breed only during monsoon season. So most of the fishes, you know that they will be breeding during the monsoon season only, and these fishes, what happens, the eggs will be, all of these fishes eggs will be getting combined. See next one, fish seed, the eggs of the fish are called as fish seed, they get mixed. So a major problem is lack of availability of good quality seed. Good quality or one quality of particular fish good quality seed cannot be available. So how this problem can be overcome? This can be overcome by using what we say here, hormonal stimulation for breeding. So what they will be doing is that during this process they will be giving hormonal injections to the fishes, or so at that time those particular fishes only, they will undergo the process of breeding. So they will only release the eggs. So that eggs can be collected at one time. Next time they will give hormonal injections to other one. So they will collect the eggs of those fishes at the next time. So like that here this problem can be solved and you can get a good quality seed. Okay. So next here, this has ensured the supply of pure fish seed in desired quantities. So this is the problem of this composite fish culture, but it has overcome by this hormonal stimulation process. Next, what do you mean by estuaries? Have you ever heard this word, estuary? Estuary is a place where river meets with the sea. So you know that river consists of fresh water, whereas seas consists of salt water. So a place where the fresh water mixes with the salt water, this is called as an estuary. So particular type of fishes will be growing in this estuary. Why only particular types of fishes? Why? Because those fishes or those organisms or those fauna or flora will be grown which can what we say here, they can overcome the problems of this salt changes. So that means they will be overcoming this, such type of organisms only will be grown. So this is an estuary. So estuary is a part of the river system. These are very interesting areas. Why the interesting areas? Because here fresh water mixes with the salt water. The environmental conditions are in state of flux, and fauna also is a combination of fresh and salt water species. Fauna means animals, flora means plants. These species, whatever the species which will be grown in these estuaries, they can tolerate variations in salinity. Salinity in the sense the salt content. Sometimes the salt content will be more or sometimes the salt content will be less. So during this what happen? Exosmosis or endosmosis process takes place. So the animals which can overcome this one, such type of organisms will be grown in those areas. So this is about estuaries. Next one, paddy cum pisciculture. So here what do you mean by paddy cum pisciculture? Next children, this is, you can see here, paddy cum pisciculture. What do you mean by paddy cum pisciculture? So you know that for the growing of paddy, water should be present in the field, water logging condition should be present in the field. So automatically what the farmers are doing is that in those water logging conditions they are growing or they are rearing these fishes. So along with the paddy, the fishes are also grown. So that is why this is called as, this culture is called as paddy cum pisciculture. They get the benefits from paddy and as well as they also get the benefits from fish. See children here, paddy cum pisciculture, that is here fish culture in combination with the rice crop. It is multi-utilitarian practice. Multi-utilitarian practice in the sense it is benefited purpose. So the reason for this is why they are doing this paddy cum pisciculture is increasing use of inorganic fertilizers and insecticides in paddy fields which cause deleterious effect on fish and as well as predation for birds, snakes, etc. It also reduces diseases like stem borers on paddy. So, here you can see children, here this is the picture you can see here, the paddy is present, they are growing the paddy, along with that in this water fishes are also grown. So, this type of culture where paddy and as well as fishes are grown, this is called as paddy cum pisciculture, which is a multi-utilitarian practice and it is beneficial. Now, see about fish. Fish is a very nutritive food which consists of vitamins, isn't it so? Mostly it consists of vitamin A and here it is a very good food. So, let us see about fish here, see children. Fish is a highly perishable one. Sun drying, semi drying, salting and drying, pickling and pit curing, these are the common methods of preserving fish. Our government provides opportunities to improve animal food production to fulfill the food requirement of growing population. So, as you know that this animal husbandry it includes all these such as dairy farming, poultry farming, beekeeping and as well as fisheries. So many people, so many members they are involved in this culture and they are doing all this. So, our government is also providing some subsidies and some all those things. So, this is about what we say here fisheries. Have you understood children? So, now let us recall what we have learned in this lesson till now. Production of honey is called as apiculture. This is also called as beekeeping. Next, bee venom is used in the preparation of apis tincture which is used in homeopathic medicine. Apart from this honey and as well as bee venom, bee wax is also used. It is also produced which is useful for polishing and preparation of cosmetics. Next, cultivating fish in fresh and salt water is called as aquaculture. In aquaculture, apart from the fishes, different types of aquatic animals such as oysters, molluscans, crabs will also be grown. Next, marine and inland fisheries meet the global needs. And one more important thing I want to say here, a revolution has been developed to increase the fish production and this is called as blue revolution. So, we have already seen about white revolution for the increase in the production of milk and green revolution for the increase in the production of agricultural products. Like that, for increasing the production of fisheries, blue revolution has been developed. Improve your learning. Try to do these works and after reading the lesson, complete these works. So, let us see here the first one is bee hive consists of different types of bees. What are they and how do they differ from each other? Second one, what is estuaries and how they are suitable for marine and river fish to live? Third one, explain seaweeds with examples. The last one, conversion of agricultural land into fish ponds leads to food crisis and environmental pollution. Write your opinion. I said about this question already, isn't it so? So many people they are converting their agricultural land into fish ponds, isn't it? So due to this, is there any problem for the availability of food? You discuss with your teachers and your parents and write about this one. Have you understood? Try to complete these works. Next, for better understanding of the concepts, solve the worksheets which are present in the official website of SIET. I think children you have understood the lesson. So try to complete the works. Thank you.
السلام علیکم پیارے بچوں، آج کے اس ڈیجیٹل کلاس میں آپ کا خیر مقدم کیا جاتا ہے۔ اس سے پہلے ہم نے حیدرآباد کی آزادی کے پہلے حصے کے بارے میں پڑھا تھا۔ آج ہم پڑھیں گے حیدرآباد کی آزادی کے دوسرے حصے کے بارے میں، ریاست حیدرآباد میں تحریک آزادی۔ حیدرآباد اسٹیٹ کانگریس، انڈین نیشنل کانگریس صرف برطانوی ہند میں کام کر رہی تھی، وہ راست دیسی ریاستوں میں کام نہیں کر رہی تھی۔ شخصی ریاستوں میں عام آدمی ظلم و ستم کا شکار ہو رہے تھے اور وہ ہندوستان میں جاری تحریک آزادی میں شامل ہونا چاہتے تھے۔ ایسی ریاستوں میں قوم پسندوں نے جمہوری حقوق، اصلاحات، نمائندہ حکومت وغیرہ کے حصول کے لیے ریاستی کانگریس قائم کی۔ اس کا قیام حیدرآباد میں بھی عمل میں آیا۔ جس طرح کانگریس نے سارے ہندوستان میں انگریزوں سے آزادی کے لیے کوشش کی تھی اور وہ جد و جہد آزادی کے بعد ایک نیا رخ اختیار کر گئی، انہوں نے دیسی ریاستوں کو جو آزاد رہنا چاہتی تھی انہیں ہندوستان میں شامل کرنے کی ٹھان لی۔ اسی سلسلے میں ان کی جو شاخیں تھیں وہ مختلف مقامات پر تھیں، لیکن ریاست حیدرآباد میں اس کی شاخ نہیں تھی۔ سب سے پہلا کام یہ کیا گیا کہ ریاست حیدرآباد میں بھی کانگریس کی ایک شاخ قائم کی گئی۔ نظام سابق نے قومیت کی بڑھتی ہوئی لہر دیکھ کر 1938 عیسوی میں وندے ماترم کے پڑھے جانے پر پابندی عائد کر دی۔ اس سے عوامی رد عمل ہوا۔ طلبہ نے اسکولز اور کالجوں میں وندے ماترم پڑھتے ہوئے احتجاج کیا۔ نظام کی حکومت نے ایسے کالجوں پر امتناع عائد کر دیا۔ طلبہ نے اپنی تعلیم کو جاری رکھنے کے لیے دوسرے کالجوں کی جانب رخ کیا۔ نوجوانوں کے جوش و خروش کو دیکھتے ہوئے حیدرآباد کے قوم پسندوں نے ملک میں جاری تحریک آزادی سے ہمدردی کا اظہار کیا۔ انہوں نے 1938 عیسوی میں حیدرآباد اسٹیٹ کانگریس کو قائم کیا۔ اس کے اہم ترین قائد سوامی رامانند تیرتھ اور نوجوان لیڈر جیسے بی رام کشن راؤ، جملاپورم کیشو راؤ، کے وی رنگا ریڈی، جے وی نرسنگ راؤ بھی سر فہرست تھے۔ کانگریس قائدین جیسے ڈاکٹر ایم چنا ریڈی جو بعد میں آندھرا پردیش کے وزیر اعلیٰ بنے اور شری پی وی نرسمہا راؤ جو وزیر اعظم بنے، اسٹیٹ کانگریس نے مطالبہ کیا عوام کو بنیادی سہولتوں سے بہرہ مند کیا جائے۔ وہ چاہتے تھے کہ اظہار خیال کی انجمن، صحافت، مذہبی جلوس وغیرہ پر پابندی عائد کرنے والے تمام حکم ناموں کو منسوخ کیا جائے۔ کانگریس نے اپنے جد و جہد کو تیز تر کر دیا اور 1938 عیسوی میں یہاں پر اسٹیٹ کانگریس کی ایک شاخ قائم کر دی۔ ان کی اس تیزی کو دیکھتے ہوئے اور عوام میں بڑھتے ہوئے جد و جہد آزادی کو دیکھتے ہوئے اور وندے ماترم کی تحریک کو دیکھتے ہوئے نظام حیدرآباد نے وندے ماترم پڑھنے پر امتناع عائد کر دیا، اور جن کالجوں میں بھی وندے ماترم کی تحریک چل رہی تھی، جہاں کے طلبہ وندے ماترم پڑھ رہے تھے، وہاں کے کالجز کو بند کرنا شروع کر دیا۔ طلبہ نے بھی جہاں سہولت ہے وہاں پر اپنے اپنے کالجز سے ہٹ کر دوسرے کالجوں میں جہاں سہولت ہے وہاں پر داخلہ